My name is Ruben P. Mashvirango, and I'm glad and blessed to be here this morning. I know many of you might not be well, and those who are not well, I pray that you get better. And those who are fine, I also want to actually ask you to continue praying to the Almighty God to keep you safe. Well, today is a different day, and like I said on my Twitter, that I'll be joined by Patrick, the man who speaks for the corporate games, and many of you ask me that, Ruben, there's a corporate league and the corporate games. What's the difference? Pato is here to explain. Pato is actually the nickname. It's a short name of Patrick. He will be talking to us about the corporate games, which happen every first Sunday of the month. Welcome aboard, and good to have you on the show. Patrick, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
The last time I had you here, you were a person.
Yes.
Now it's a different ball game, right?
Yeah, that's the world we live in. Today you're at URA, the next day you're somewhere
in
else.
Corporate games. Yeah, let's start with the difference between the corporate games and the corporate league. Many would say that they hijacked our thing. We were the corporate league, and now they came up with the corporate games. So what's the difference between corporate league and corporate games?
Corporate league, they are more or less the same. Someone cannot say that they were hijacked.
Okay.
It's like owning a football club. You are a football club, and then also KCCA comes out and forms its own football club. So competition is always there, but it's not like we copied or we tried to hijack. Whereas for corporate games, our games happen every first Sunday of every month. And for corporate leagues, theirs happen every last Sunday. For those people who do not differentiate between corporate league and corporate games, corporate games is a very different entity, and our games happen every first Sunday of every month. Very many people will ask themselves, why is it that this time, because we launched the corporate games on Sunday 10th instead of 3rd July. This is because the Kawaka birthday run was happening on July 3rd, which is a Sunday. So in respect to the Kawaka birthday run, we couldn't come up and put the corporate games that Sunday. We had to push them forward to Sunday 10th, which we launched the games. And the games happen at Chambogo. Initially, the homes of corporate games was Mandela National Stadium, but because we all know what is happening at Mandela National Stadium, we could not host the games there, so we decided to get a new home at Chambogo Cricket Oval. So moving forward, with the 2022-2023 season, which was launched last Sunday, our games shall be played at Chambogo Cricket Oval.
But that's also the corporate game, corporate league takes place. So won't there be some bit of confusion in terms of managing the games? Because corporate games book the stadium, corporate league as well book the stadium, the cricket oval. You can't find somewhere else. Why would you go to where they are?
It's because we want much wider place, and if you to look around Uganda, actually Kampala, there are very few stadia that actually have the space that we need. So good enough, they play every last Sunday of a month, and we play every first Sunday of a month. So there is rarely time that we are going to bump into each other on the same day.
Okay, what exactly happens at corporate games?
Well, at corporate games, unlike the other counterparts of ours, we have corporate companies. By corporate companies, I mean companies that are registered by URSB, and they have employees come on board to have fun, interact, network, play games, but most importantly, they have games that they compete in. We have various numbers of games that these companies come to compete in and play. It's aimed at having it's aimed at having corporate people get out of offices and come and to get a day off office and try to have some exercise. That is the whole entire reason why we have corporate games. So whatever happens there is us having corporate people getting off their desks, having time off to come and have some fun games and stretch the body a little bit, because the body needs that time really.
Okay, you're talking about corporate companies.
Yes.
Which companies are eligible to participate or to be part of the corporate games?
A company that is eligible to participate in corporate games must be registered by URSB. It must be a completely registered company, a company that has at least 10 employees, that is 10 and above, and the company must have proof that its employees pay NSSF and pay taxes to URA. Those are the companies that are eligible to participating in the corporate games. Where for us, the reason why we do that, we are trying to do away with companies bringing in mercenaries in our local language, which we call the bachuba. So I think that is another thing that makes us a little bit different from others. We launched a red card campaign on 10th July at Chambogo. The red card campaign helps us to just make sure that every company that is bringing people on board, those are actually employees of the companies, not mercenaries who are hired to actually come and play. Because for us at corporate games, it's not about competition. You'll actually be shocked that in a game, let us say UBC is playing URA. You'll find that if UBC wins a game, they are going to be awarded 3 points. And URA that has lost is going to be awarded a point. So by this, we make sure that every team that at least participates is awarded a point. For us, it's not about the competition or winning. It's about participation. It's about the different teams or the different corporate companies actually getting enough time to participate in these games. At the end of the day, for us, it's about each and every one getting time to come and shake off the body, get time and stretch. So it's about having fun, networking. So that is why for us it's more about the fun and not the competition. If it's about competition, you're going to have mercenaries who come to make sure that they play to win, and they're going to have foul play on others. So that's why we are trying to avoid all that, because we have actually directors of companies, MDs of companies coming to play and get involved. We don't want them to go back to office in the morning and they're actually limping. So for us, it's fair play. Yeah.
Okay, if I may ask you, Pato, as well, what makes corporate games unique, and why would you tell a company to join?
Like I was explaining before, the uniqueness of corporate games is, for us, it is zero tolerance to mercenaries. We do not expect and we do not want mercenaries involved in the games. You see, there are certain teams that actually go ahead to hire people to come and play, professionals in the game. Like we have football as one of the games. You're going to have corporate companies paying mercenaries to come and play because they want to win. For us, it's not about winning. It's not about competition. It's about networking, having fun, having the game, stretching the body. That's why you will see that, like I was telling you, if there is a game involved, the winner gets 3 points, the loser gets 1 point. It's a difference of a point. So for us, it's not about competition. It's about actually participating and having fun and networking and making sure that, of course, the body gets some little bit of physical exercise away from the 5-6 working days in a week. Okay.
How long do games run? Because as far as me and you know, games, football games go for 90 minutes, 11 against 11. Then we have 5 aside, you have 7 aside. So if you could explain to the viewer to understand this, how long does a game run? Or what's the duration of each game?
We have different disciplines. We have football, we have basketball, we have netball, we have all those games. But for a football game, in the last outing that launched the corporate games, a game is supposed to run for 15 minutes. And it's a 5-a-side. Each team must field at least a lady. From the 5 people, at least there must be a lady in every team. That's a must. If there is no lady in a team, then you will be forced to play a player less. So the games run for 15 minutes. And also maybe for those people who didn't know, as we launched the games on Sunday, this time round,
last Sunday
on 10 July, the games are going to be running for a year. So it's a financial year. This time round, the games are going to start in July and they're going to end June next year. So that is a full year, a full season. So for us, it's we've called it the Corporate Games 2022-2023 season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a game, there should be a winner. There must be a winner. So what should a winner expect? Is it prize? Is it money in terms of prizes? Is it a trophy? Is it a cow? Is it a goat? some people give bulls. Some will come with the bull and say the winner takes this cow. So what have you prepared for the winner?
There is always what we call a dinner at the end of the season.
Okay.
Corporate Games organizes a dinner. The last time we had the games in 2019, before COVID-19 interrupted us in 2020, we had a successful 2019 season, and it was coupled up or summarized with a dinner, and we do that every season. So at the end of the season, we organize dinner, and every company that is involved is actually called upon to come and attend. Now that is where we award the companies that have done best in every discipline. We award the company that has outperformed in football. We award the company that has outperformed in athletics, in sack racing, everything.
Yeah.
So after that, we get the overall company that performed in all the games. We also award the most disciplined company, the company that has the best branding, because PR is the foremost at Corporate Games. We are there because of PR. Yeah. So at the end of the season, we have an awards dinner where every company is awarded and is involved.
Okay, if UBC wanted to join the Corporate Games, let's assume they are not part of it. How can they join, and how much is required for them to be part of the Corporate Games?
The registration at Corporate Games is actually very little money.
What do you call little? 20? 10,000?
Uganda shillings, 5 million. Really.
That is very little money.
Very little money.
You are so rich, Patrick. If you call 5 million very little money, maybe compared to a big company, an institution, maybe you might be right.
Yeah, and looking at what actually happens, we are talking of a full year. And if you're talking of a full year, looking at whatever happens, by the way, we have a water partner also who provides water to every team. So far we have 33 teams, 33 corporate companies that have registered. So that means that at least each company will have water at their disposal in every outing. Now this is every month. So we are talking of 12 outings. If I can tell you how much Corporate Games Uganda spends in every outing, you'll see that the 5 million that I'm talking about is actually very little money. So registration is 5 million shillings for a company that would like to join. And if a company likes to join, they can go to our website, which is www.corporategamesug.com, and every detail is there. They can send an email, because for us, you send an email and then we reach out to you, and all the business is done from there.
Is this a briefcase initiative? Because why am I sure that if I gave you my 5 million, there's value for money? What if somebody like Pato runs out with the money and says, "Oh, you didn't register. I'm going with my account. Manage on my account, and don't tell me about Corporate Games." So how are we sure that it's not a briefcase initiative?
No, it's not a briefcase initiative. Of course, like I said, right now we cannot. I speak for the Corporate Games.
Okay.
I'm the public relations manager. So by the time I'm telling people this is how we register, at least they should know that it's coming out from the Corporate Games. This is how things are done. So right now we cannot go to each and every company's offices telling them we do this, we do this, we do the other. So in case they would want to reach out to us, maybe our website is there. We also have an email, info@corporategamesug.com or corporategamesug@gmail.com. Those are our email addresses where someone can send us an email and we can engage them, we can talk, and we tell them what is needed of them to actually be part of us. And like I said, those who may not want to go through the hassles of emails, our website is on and it's fully active, corporategamesug.com. There is every information that you would need. If you want an invoice, you can also go there and you can invoice the company for payment. So pretty much every information that one needs is on our
So you
website.
said water is free, the company provides water.
Yes.
Now, my 5 million, do you buy for us boots as players?
No.
Do you buy for us jerseys?
No.
So the 5 million, where is the accountability for the 5 million? It's only participation?
It's not just about
registration?
It's not just about participation and registration. There is much more that we get from the 5 million, because as corporate games, we have to hire things, not even just hiring. The balls, everything that is, the equipment that is actually used at corporate games is not brought by anyone. Your job as a UBC is to come with your tent, get a spot where you put your tent.
Yeah.
The branding is on you. We cannot buy your jersey because we don't know how you would brand. So every team is supposed to brand itself. You come with your own jerseys, with your own boots, with your own players, as long as they are employees of the company.
Okay.
Now, all the other things, the nets, the balls, the referees, of every aspect, they are paid by us. The photography, we have a photography company that is in charge of the photography. So all that is taken care of by corporate games, because the publicizing bit of it is managed by corporate games. And we try to give at least each company publicity. So at the end of the day, there is publicity for almost every company that comes there. So the money is really worth it. Like I said, it's very little money and it's affordable for these companies. Looking at what they get at the end of the day, it's pretty much a lot of things that they get.
You did, let me take you back a bit, Peter Pato. You did mention about basketball.
Yeah.
When I look at the cricket over, I don't see a basketball court.
No, it doesn't just have to be cricket oval. Depending on the games that we are going to have on a day, we determine which location we are going to use.
I can see how you use the company.
Yes.
On the corporate league website.
Corporate games.
Corporate games website.
Yes.
Don't sorry about the league. You know my mind
I
goes
know.
to the league. I'm really sorry. So they're taking us through how you can be part of this. Go to their website, register the company there. Then they will get back to immediately. But Pato or Patrick, your parting remarks.
Well, for the companies that are still skeptical about joining Corporate Games Uganda, I can only tell you that you're running out of time. And for me, I think the best for any corporate company there, that the best you can do for your employees is get them involved in these fun games. It has a lot of networking. You never know. You may work at UBC, but when you get out there, because we have very many different various companies, we even have government organizations that are like Ministry of Finances there. We have Ministry of Education and Sports. We have the Uganda Meteorological Authority. So there is a lot that actually people can learn, just besides being involved in the fun and games. But also, your employees sit on a desk from Monday to Saturday, Monday to Friday, week in, week out. Having a day off the desks and having fun with a whole lot of different people is worth giving it a take. So I implore the companies that have not yet joined to actually go on and register with us, and I can assure you they will have the best time and they will want to join us every season that comes.
Okay. Well, that has been Patrick. Of course, he's actually the PRO or the publications manager for corporate games. And maybe just before we go, Patrick, some men would love to come and look at the what's happening. The interest is the beautiful girls. So do you have some more?
Yeah, actually talking about that, some of the benefits at corporate games. We have had two people actually.
We have single men here like Fakulu.
We have had two couples meet at corporate games and they've wedded.
Yeah.
So those are the benefits.
So my colleague Farouk Rwamanijagenda might be on the lookout somewhere.
He's very welcome. I'm pretty sure that
is a married man.
Maybe
Farouk is not. But how come you have not got someone there? How come?
But how sure you don't have someone?
Okay, that's a good one. Anyway, when are the games?
The next outing is on 7th August. That will be a Sunday. That is the first Sunday of
That's the first edition?
The second edition. We launched on 10th July, last Sunday, so the second edition is going to be on 7th August.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, let's go and be part of this. I know it is fun, it is interesting, and Patrick promises that if you join the corporate games, you will not regret networking. Those who are single, you can find somebody. I know my friend Biamukama Steven here who loves the national animal. Is the national animal part of that?
I already gave my parting shots.
Biamukama is not the national animal. You know he loves the national animal. Anyway, but up next is Jagana take you through, of course, a game extra. But Jagana would also want him to, if he gets here, to explain if it's part of the corporate games, because he has always promised, he has always told us that he's played football on all levels and the goals were never counted. There was no VAR or cameras to see how good he was in his playing days. So he's coming up to tell you, to share with you when he played and where and how many he scored against small teams and village teams. Of course, he didn't play against Brick Red Star. He would never have scored against the Brick Red Star team. Have yourselves a lovely day and bye for now. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.